Tell me, what was the catalyst for you to create Yellowglen in those early days?
Well, I suppose the fact that I loved sparkling wine. I really enjoyed champagne. I saw the demise of some Australian good brands, the rise of the French when I was in the retail liquor business, and the inability to buy anything made in Australia that really anywhere resembled champagne. And I didn't really want to make champagne. I wanted to make a great Australian sparkling wine. It was a market that once we saw it was there, it needed to be done.
So we're talking cool circumstances. We're talking about the early days of both Chardonnay and Pinot Noir in this country.
Yeah.
So they were obviously really important before we got to the sparkling process to have that ingredient.
Yeah. Because
base wine.
I guess the single biggest problem in trying to make sparkling wine in Australia for up till that point had been we could not get the right product, and we weren't actually knowing how to pick it and how to make it. And I did make 8 or 10 trips to Champagne to find out about it. I was able to purchase land, plant a vineyard, find the right people and get a product up and running. I went out and sold a product that I believed in because I liked it, I thought it was good, it was better than anything that the market had seen for 20 years in this country, and there was a niche for it. It was a market that basically didn't exist.
Well, we had those traditional brands like Great Western and Mitchenbury that were being sold, I was retailing at the time, that were being sold very cheaply. The volumes that were being pumped up, and they were being pumped up with things like Sultana. You came in to really create a whole new category there, and to drive that category. And how did you manage to do that? You said that it was selling, but you created an image and a brand very, very quickly around Yellowglen.
Well, it was an image, and I think isn't that what sells good product?
Yes.
Image, and hard work, footwork, and I do think there was a lot of luck in it. I think there was a market that needed to be satisfied and captured, and the product was good enough to do it.
So it always came back to the quality of the product?
Always came back to quality of product, and if it hadn't have been good enough, it wouldn't have survived. And I think it's very hard to put a single cause for it, but it's a combination of several things. It was a vision, it was something I wanted to do, and something we did accomplish.
You had a background in grocery retailing, and the high end. You had retail wine licenses as part of that, and you had a love of food and wine. But tell us about the property itself, because that's a key ingredient in this, isn't it?
It was part of the old family property. It became available. I purchased it for a comparatively small amount of money, cleared some land and planted some vines. And
sounds like a fair bit of backbreaking work there.
It was. It was weekends when my children used to come out and laugh at me, and my wife used to come out and stoke fires to burn the timber we were clearing off the property.
So Ian, the industry, the past, the future, but how do you personally feel about being involved again and the recognition of the great brand that you created?
I can't believe it's happened, actually. I thought Ian Home had disappeared totally off the Yellowglen scene, and I'm just actually thrilled to bits to be involved. And I find it hard. I get emotional. I find it hard to put in words just what I do feel, because after 18 years, I'm being approached that people involved with Yellowglen want me to be involved, and it's a wonderful feeling.